Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be hanging out and getting ready together because it has been a while since I filmed one of these videos. I wanted to give you guys some updates on what I've been up to and also share some techniques and some products that I've been really loving lately. I feel like while I've been stuck at home, I've started to experiment with some different things. I've been watching way too much Robert Welsh, which is definitely not a bad thing, and trying to incorporate some of his tips into what I'm doing, and I feel like I've really been pleased with the results. So we're gonna create this look that I'm wearing right now together. I'm gonna show you guys all the products that I've been using and give you all of my little secrets. And yeah, hopefully this will just be a fun little chatty chill time to hang out together. Before I do get into the video though, I want to say one thing quickly that I did address in my community tab, but I know not everyone might have seen that post, so I just wanted to say it in a video. So someone left a comment on one of my recent videos complaining about the number of ads in the video. They said there were like 8 ads and 8 ads was too many. And my response to them was like, I totally agree. 8 ads is way too many ads. So I did a little investigating and I figured out what the problem is. So I know that not everyone necessarily understands how monetization and all these things work on YouTube for creators, but when we upload videos, you know, we have the option to either turn on monetization or not. And when we turn it on, we have control over what types of ads we can put on our videos, in the sense of like, do we want skippable and non-skippable ads? Do we want like little banners that pop up? Do we want ads that show in the middle of videos or not? But we don't actually get to control like what the ads are. We have absolutely no say over what advertisers we work with or what ads actually show up on our content. We just basically can say what ad types we want for each specific video. Now, when you go ahead and upload, YouTube's like default setting for creators is automatic ad placement, basically meaning that their little algorithm looks at your video and decides where are the best places to put ads, and then it puts them in there for you. And it's supposed to be a time-saving feature because uploading video to YouTube, all the little steps take a lot of time as it is. You gotta make your thumbnail, you gotta fill out your description box, you gotta tag things, like all that can take another hour and a half on top of all the time you already spent filming and editing and, you know, whatnot. So needless to say, I have been using the automatic ad placement feature on my videos. I hadn't even really been thinking about it, but I went in to that particular video that somebody made a complaint about and looked at where YouTube had marked where they wanted to put ads, and it was absolutely insane. There were like 8 mid-roll ads placed. Like sometimes it was like every couple minutes there's an ad. And yes, the video was 30 minutes, but like you don't need that many ad breaks in a 30-minute video. You need maybe one at like the 15-minute mark at max. So I went in and I fixed it, and then I started looking at all of my other videos, and what I found was absolutely awful. It was like half of my videos had like no ads and then other ones had tons of ads. I noticed, funny enough, that like the videos of mine that had the most views had the least ads, and then there were more ads on lesser viewed videos, which is really extra frustrating. So long story short, if you have been annoyed by the ads in my videos, I am so sorry. It was not something that I did intentionally. I would never in my life place 8 ads intentionally in any one of my videos. It's just like not something that I would do, because again, that's something that as a viewer would absolutely drive me crazy, and the last thing I want to do is deter my audience from wanting to sit through one of my videos. And I feel like I am sure I have lost subscribers and lost watch time as a result of this, and it just makes me so crazy as a small creator on YouTube that I feel like YouTube basically kind of screwed me over by my trusting their system to like work correctly. So moving forward, I am going to have to manually place and view all my ads. It's gonna take me a while to go through all of my old videos to see what is going on with them, because I have hundreds and hundreds of videos here on my channel. So I've tried to fix the most recent ones and then also some of my most popular videos, just for future people to not be inundated or burdened with crazy advertising. But yeah, I just wanted to acknowledge the problem, and I wanted to apologize to you guys because I feel like that is just ridiculous, and it makes me It makes me upset because I feel like it's something I could have prevented if I had been paying attention, but like I'm human, and honestly, like the ads are the last thing I'm really thinking about as far as uploading to YouTube and creating content. Anyway, with all that being said, I've rambled on long enough, so let's get into creating this look. Good morning, guys. Or well, I guess when you're watching this, it could be evening, it could be afternoon, so good whatever time of day it is to you. It's morning here, it's about 8:30. I've got my coffee that I'm drinking. It is a beautiful, absolutely gorgeous, sunny day today. It's gonna be like almost 70 degrees here, which is fantastic. I cannot wait because the last several days have been like gray and cold and rainy and gross. So very excited about that. But to that point, my lighting is a little wonky because of it. I have windows on either side of me and the sun comes in on this side, so it tends to like make things really hard to balance. So if I look a little washed out or weird, that would be why. So yeah, hi, how are you guys? I hope you're doing well and staying safe. I have so many things to update you guys on. I have so many videos I want to film. These last couple of weeks have been kind of a struggle for me as far as trying to find a way to make YouTube happen, which is why I haven't posted. But it's not for lack of content ideas because I have many. Also, my hair is driving me nuts, so I'm just gonna pull it back in a little ponytail so we can keep it out of the way. I need a haircut so bad. I'm sure many people out there are in the same boat. Like it's not dire in the sense of like I'm not super upset about it, but my hair is getting really long and I liked having it short. So as soon as it is safe to do so, I need to give this a chop. So yeah, we'll get into the what I've been up to in a minute, but first I want to get started by showing you guys some of my favorite products I've been using lately and favorite techniques that I've been doing while I've been stuck in my house. I've found myself like actually wanting to try and use makeup again for the first time in quite a while, but I'm definitely doing a slimmed down version of like my old routine. So I wanted to show you guys what that looks like. So obviously, like I mentioned, my skincare is all done, my sunscreen is on. So the first thing that I'm going to do is actually go in with concealer. And this is something my friend Amy, her channel and Instagram handle is Compassionate Cheek. She and I did a collab video at the beginning of the year. If you guys remember her, she's so sweet and so awesome. And she had posted a picture of all of her concealers, and she mentioned in there that she likes to use her Too Faced Born This Way concealer as a foundation. And I was like, ooh, I should try that, because honestly, there are a lot of days where when I don't feel like doing the whole shebang, I'll just put some concealer on my face and buff that into the skin and call it good. And usually that gives me just enough like light coverage to make my face look even without needing to like have a lot of heavy makeup on. But for whatever reason, I had never tried that with this product, and knowing how big this is and how big the applicator is, like it makes a lot of sense. So I did that yesterday. I really liked it. But today, I want to test the same thing out with my Nabla concealer because I don't like the way this looks on my under eyes. I feel like it's too dry. So maybe if I use this on my face kind of more like a foundation instead of a concealer, I'll like it better, and then I'll actually be able to like use it up. So I'm just going to apply this to like the center of my face to start. And I really feel like you don't need that much because concealer goes a long way, like maybe longer than foundation. And then another thing that's new that I've been doing that I've been really loving is using one of these little duo fiber stippling brushes to blend it out. Normally I use a really dense foundation brush like this guy right here, but for whatever reason, this little stippling brush, this one's from MODA, it's one of their metallic brushes, works like a freaking charm. So since this dries down pretty fast, I'm gonna start getting this to blend. And I just kind of, it's a stippling brush, so I use a little bit of a stippling and buffing motion to spread it out. This concealer smells like coconuts. Oh, it's frigging delicious. I feel like you don't notice it as much when you're just putting it on your under eyes, but when you're putting it all over your face, it's definitely more apparent. And yeah, the nice thing about this, I feel like doing this technique is super fast. Like, you can get your whole face covered in like less than a minute. And I like to start in the center because usually your face can kind of handle more coverage in that area. It looks more natural to kind of have the coverage diffuse as you get closer to your jawline, your hairline, etc. So you really don't need that much product there unless you're like trying to cover up a blemish or redness or discoloration or something. And yeah, that's about it. I feel like that looks really nice. My skin looks nice and even. Actually, this color is really not bad for me right now. I feel like it matches pretty well. So that's really promising because this concealer has been sitting around in my drawer going unused for a while. Now, something else that I also have been, well, I guess not doing recently is bringing my concealer like up right into my under eyes because I feel like it looks kind of heavy. I do have like a little teeny bit of darkness that I can cover, so I might add just like the slightest bit of this Milani Conceal in Perfect Longwear Concealer in the shade Light Vanilla. And I can, again, take my little brush here and just kind of tap that out. But I've been watching a lot of Robert Welsh lately, and he talks a lot about just the tendency when it comes to Instagram makeup for people to really overdo it with concealer. And I honestly agree. Like, I really like the way it looks when I use a lot less product and when I don't set it, because your girl is 32, turning 33 in a couple of months. I have fine lines in my under eye area, and I feel like heavy setting with powder just makes everything look really dry and creepy, especially in person. So yeah, I basically have just been adding very little product to my under eye area. I don't set it because when you use less product, it just dries down faster and it doesn't move around as much, so you don't really need the setting powder. Now, I do, however, want to set the rest of my face just a little bit, not like going crazy overboard with the powder, but just help to kind of lock things in. So I'm going in with my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder, an oldie but a goodie. You know what, guys? I've tried lots and lots of different setting powders, ones that are really expensive, and Maybelline Fit Me, it's like $6, $7, and it's honestly still one of my favorites. So I'm using this little Wet n Wild powder brush from the Pac-Man collection. Still loving this. So I'm just gonna lightly tap and set down my face, especially in my T-zone, because that's where all the oil decides it usually wants to live. So that's it. That's my base. Super fast, super easy. If you gotta jump on a Zoom call, it takes you like not even 2 minutes to do. And I honestly feel like the end result looks pretty much about the same as if I had done primer, foundation, concealer, and powder. Like, maybe it's not quite as long wearing, although usually it holds up pretty good. And as long as I just go in with like a blotting sheet or maybe a little extra powder where I get shiny, I feel like I look pretty good all day. Coffee, man. It is the elixir of life. Have you guys tried the whole new Dalgona coffee trend? I definitely have done it now a few times. It gives you an arm workout if you're not using some kind of an electric whisk. But it's pretty tasty. I make mine with oat milk, and I've been doing them hot just because it hasn't been really warm up here in New England yet. But yeah, very fun, very enjoyable, super tasty. All right, so let's move on to brows. Something I've been doing again that I hadn't done in quite a while is using a brow pomade. So I have this one from L'Oreal. It's the Brow Stylist Frame and Set. I have the shade 215 Deep Brunette. And you guys, I really like the way this looks. I feel like it's fast, it gives me lots of definition, and it's not too blocky, it's not too Instagram browy, if you will, because I feel like this pomade is a little more on the sheer side, or like it can easily be blended out to look less intense. So it's really easy to fill your brows in and not end up, especially when you have dark hair like me, like looking like Groucho Marx because the front of your brows get super dark and filled in. You can kind of easily avoid that. Start with the tail, just use a little residual product in the front of the brow. It moves and spreads around really easily. So yeah, I find it pretty easy to work with, and I find it wears well, it lasts all day, and I really like it. So while I'm doing this, let's chat about what I've been up to for the last 2 weeks. So I think the first thing that threw off my filming schedule was 2 Saturdays ago, so not last week, but the week before. I woke up in the morning and my eye, my same eye as last time, my left eye, it was all red and angry and irritated. And I was like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. How can I have pink eye again right now? And especially with it being, you know, quarantine times, it's just that much harder to like go see a doctor. And on top of that, like they had said that, you know, pink eye might be one of the signs of coronavirus. So of course I'm like naturally freaking out about my eyes. And okay, I will not ever recommend that you do this. So do as I say, not as I do. But I still had like the entire container of eye drops from when I had pink eye in January. So I figured if it is bacterial pink eye, it will work. So I used the eye drops that they had given me back in January to treat my irritated eye. Honestly, you should never do that. If you have a thing, go see a doctor. You shouldn't be like self-prescribing and self-treating. But I was a little bit desperate and also kind of afraid. So I figured, what the heck? I knew exactly the instructions of how to use it from how I was prescribed it just a few months ago. So I did that for a week. I didn't wear any makeup. I gave my eyes a break. They did get better. But I also feel like everything is compounded with the fact that I have allergies and I haven't been able to get an allergy shot since February. It has been brutal, guys. Like I'm sucking down Claritin every single day, but I definitely can tell that like my immune system is just, it's under siege. It's fighting the fight against all of the tree pollen. So I had planned to film that weekend, and obviously that didn't happen because my eyeballs were real angry, and I was afraid if I did have pink eye, like I didn't want to infect all of my makeup. Fortunately, I hadn't worn makeup in like 3 or 4 days at least before my eye decided to get cranky, so I wasn't really super concerned about the makeup I had used previously. But yeah, so that was that, and then that got better. And then the following weekend, I actually did sit down and film because I was feeling better, but then I didn't have a chance to edit the footage for the entire next week. I'm actually sharing my laptop in the evenings with my husband because he has been needing to do a lot of like Zoom calls, and he doesn't have a webcam for his computer. He tried to order one, but they are sold out like everywhere. He has not been able to get one for the last several months. So he uses my computer, which does have a camera, which means that I can't edit. So that's made things a little difficult. And I basically decided that like a week later, because I filmed a new and beauty video last Saturday, that I think I'm just going to refilm the whole thing because within the last week, now there's totally different stuff I want to talk about. So that's basically the story on that. So those are the brows. If I want, sometimes I'll take a little of like this brow gel from Benefit, the 24-hour brow setter, just to keep the hairs in the direction that I want, because mine have a tendency to like to go a little wonky. But a lot of days when I'm just feeling lazy, I'll skip this step. It's kind of whatever I'm in the mood for. All right, so let's move on to the rest of the face makeup. So I'm gonna go ahead and bronze with my Maybelline City Bronze in the shade 200. I'm again back on the kick of using this. This is such a beautiful bronzer. It's not really a contouring shade. This gives you like a very sunny, summery glow to your skin. It has a very slight shimmer to it. Like there's no chunky, sparkly bits in it or anything like that, but it's not flat and chalky and matte on the skin. It's super, super pretty. And I've been really liking applying it with actually a foundation brush. This one is from It Cosmetics. It was like a little limited edition brush that came in a set with a little Alex and Ani bracelet over the holidays. So this I find actually is a very soft foundation brush. It's not super dense, so it's actually really nice for buffing on powder. So we're gonna go ahead and pick some of this up, and we will make this complexion look like I've been out in the sun for the last week and a half. So yeah, needless to say, I am hoping that today I'll be able to get lots of filming done, which I'm really excited about, and then hopefully be able to get that content up and edited for you guys. Also, as an aside, I am taking this bronzer up a lot higher on the cheekbones than I normally would, and I actually have been really liking the way that that looks as well, because again, I'm not trying to contour the skin, I'm bronzing. Like, I want to make my skin look sunny and radiant, so I don't want to concentrate this product in the hollows of my cheeks, and I feel like it gives you a very youthful, fresh kind of look. And it is always nice to go back in with your powder brush and use like gentle circular motions to buff everything together. All right, lovely, very nice and bronzy. So next, blush. Been really enjoying my Cover FX Monochromatic Blush Duo in Soft Peach that I got during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I've been using this a lot. And I've come to appreciate, I've had this brush in my collection, no lie, for at least a year, probably longer than that. It's the Beauty Junkees Pro Duo Fiber Brush. And I don't know why, like, I never thought to use this brush for my blush before, but for whatever reason, I was just like curious, and I decided to test it out with this product because this is a very pigmented blush. So a little goes a long way. It can be easy to kind of go overboard or make it look patchy. So I decided to try a dual fiber brush because these tend to have a much lighter, softer application. And you guys, so beautiful. Oh my God, this is like my new favorite thing now. I'm so into it. So I just pick up a little bit of product on this brush. So what's nice about this, again, because of the duo fiber nature of the bristles, there are fewer of the white, longer bristles, and that's where the product is primarily picking up. So when you go to apply, it's like a little kiss on your face. It's so soft and so light, and like it just gives you the most perfectly blended, natural looking flush. Like I just can't. It's so nice, and it feels super nice to apply. I love it. It's just so perfect. It's just like the perfect wash of color. And I also love this actual blush. Like the tone of it is just a gorgeous peach, and I feel like it pairs really nicely with that Maybelline bronzer. Now, honestly, most days I keep things pretty matte, but if you wanted, you could go in with a little bit on the shimmer side and like layer a little bit of that up on top. I actually haven't been wearing a lot of highlight recently. I know, who am I? But I feel like if I'm going in with the shimmery side of this, it adds just like that nice little subtle glow. I don't know, you don't really need it. Okay, so that is the face. Let's move on to eyes. I was thinking today we could maybe use the ColourPop by Birdie palette because it's been a hot minute since I've reached for this, and it's a really fun, beautiful palette with some cool little pinky purple tones in there, so maybe we can come up with a fun look. So I'm just going to start out by going in with the shade Nesting, which is this light kind of pinky peach, and I'm just putting that in the crease with this MOTD Cosmetics Build and Blend brush. So as far as what's going on in my neck of the woods this weekend, so last night I went down in my basement to go put something away and discovered that our hot water heater was leaking. So that was fun, the joys of being a homeowner. So we have no hot water. Currently, I'm really regretting not shaving my legs yesterday when I had the opportunity. I was like, oh, I'll just do it Saturday morning because it's going to be really nice this weekend, and then my legs will be like less stubbly for Saturday and Sunday because, man, being Italian American, I have hairy legs and I get stubbly real fast and my hair is dark, so it's very noticeable. So I usually like to wait until the last minute to do the whole shaving thing, but nope, now I have hairy legs, so I'm just going to wear jeans instead of a dress today and roll with that. And of course, you know, with it being stay-at-home times and social distancing and whatnot, like, it's not like I can just pop over to my parents' house and be like, hey, can I use your shower because we have no hot water? So yeah, that's going to be fun. Hopefully, I'll be able to get somebody out here soon to fix it. I left a message for a contractor and I'm waiting for them to get back to me, so fingers crossed I won't be going a significant period of time without being able to take a shower. I'm debating what I want to do next. I haven't done a halo eye in a really long time, so I think I might do that, but I'm trying to decide like what I want to put is the deepening shade. I might use Fly By Night, which is the like matte with glitter, and it's kind of like a mulberry-y tone. Let's see how that looks. I'm just using a Luxie tapered blending brush. Let's see, what else is going on? So I definitely need to film a couple of videos. Like there's a few things that are on the docket. I want to do an updated skincare routine for you guys because I feel like my skincare routine has changed a lot. And I also need to do like an empties / project pan update for you guys because it has been 3 months since my initial video, and I want to let you guys know how that's been going. I will say I definitely am on more of a kick of wanting to use up my skincare. Like I've been super motivated during, you know, this pandemic to actually like take care of my skin. Even if I am not really in the mood to wear makeup, I'm trying to be diligent about using my skincare morning and night. I've been testing out a bunch of different products and kind of, you know, perfecting my routine, and I'm really liking where things are at right now. So I definitely want to let you guys know what products I'm using and what I've learned, and also show you guys what I've finished up and what I am working on finishing up or am close to currently finishing up. So I think I'm going to try to film at least one of those videos today. I also, like I said, I want to refilm the New and Beauty video that I filmed last weekend because there's some new stuff that I want to talk about. And I didn't really love how that footage came out anyway, so I'm like not mad about needing to redo it. But yeah, I kind of feel like there's only so many videos I can film in one day because I usually sit here for, you know, a couple of hours to film one video. Hopefully those ones won't be so long, but I think 3 is probably my single day max. So I think in the center, maybe I want to use this shade Nevermore, which is this really pretty pink gold rosy duochrome. So let's just tap that in the middle, and then we'll continue to build and blend and make it look even prettier. Ooh, yeah, that's fun. So speaking of stay at home and things that have been keeping me busy, I feel like my house will never be this clean again. I have been on a mission, and I blame a large part of it not only to the fact that I'm in the house all the time. Really what I think has like gotten me on this cleaning kick is Grove Collaborative. I finally went ahead and decided to place an order there because I needed some cleaning supplies, and I didn't want to go out to the store because half the time the shelves are empty, and you know, I'm trying to avoid going out unless I absolutely have to. There are a lot of people that I follow, bloggers, people here on YouTube that talk about them all the time and how great their service is. So I just said, you know what, screw it, let me try it out. And you guys, for whatever reason, I feel like it just makes cleaning that much more fun because now I'm like getting these more specialized products that I'm like excited to use, so that I'm actually excited to clean my house, which is nice. I'm just gonna take some of this residual product, lower lash line to tie things together. Now, if you don't know what Grove is, because I realized I didn't actually say it, it's a website where you can order more like eco-friendly green products. So they have a lot of stuff for home, cleaning products and laundry, etc. They also have personal care items, so you can get like toothpaste and different more green like soaps and shampoos and whatnot. They sell, you know, toilet paper and paper towels, those kinds of goods, things for the kitchen, etc. So there's a lot of really fun stuff on there. They have a lot of things that are like the Grove brand, and then they also carry like Method and Mrs. Meyer's and 7th Generation and brands like that. And when you place your first order with them, you basically get like a free trial of their VIP membership, and you get like extra bonus goodies and gifts and stuff like that. So I know that anyone who's a customer has like a referral link, so I will put mine in the description box for you guys. I think if you use it and you sign up, you get like a free Mrs. Meyer's cleaning kit that's valued at like $35, and you also get free shipping on your first order and some other stuff. So if you're interested in checking it out, I'll put it for you guys in the description box. But I'm really impressed. I feel like when my packages come, everything is boxed really nicely and secure. Nothing is leaking. Nothing was damaged. It was cute. They actually wrote in Sharpie on my actual packing box, like, stay safe, with like a little smiley face, which I thought was just like a cute little touch. And while the prices, I would say, are definitely more than if you were going to buy like your Procter & Gamble brands from like Walmart, like it's probably cheaper to buy Lysol than it is to buy like the equivalent method cleaner. I honestly don't mind spending a few more dollars for something that's equally as effective and a little bit more natural. And Grove also has a ton of like more eco-friendly options, so you can get like all different kinds of glass spray bottles and concentrates, so you can basically just make your own cleaning solutions without having to constantly repurchase like plastic packaged products, which I think is really cool. So yeah, that's the deal with Grove. I think they're doing some cool stuff. So if you need also some like spring cleaning motivation, you want to, you know, switch things up in your house and make things a little more green, I definitely recommend checking them out. I'm really pleased with their service so far. So I'm just gonna go ahead, throw on some mascara. This is the Petite and Pretty Fully Feathered Volumizing Mascara. I just dug this out of my drawers. I think I got this in a BoxyCharm box a while ago. With the whole possible pink eye thing, I just decided to not continue to use the mascaras I had been using just to be on the safe side. So I busted this one out instead, and it's not bad. I feel like it's getting more volumizing the more that I use it. The first couple of times, it was definitely not this thickening looking on my lashes. Oh my god, I'm getting it freaking everywhere. I'll have to fix that. But that definitely happens with a lot of mascara formulas. Some of them need to dry out a little bit to really get like good. So don't judge a mascara by its first or even like second or third application. Sometimes it takes a while for them to like really do their thing. So anyway, let's finish things off with lips. So I have been really liking using lip liner and lip gloss as like my little lip combo on the daily. It's funny because I've never been the best about wearing lip liner, and I feel like, especially if I'm gonna wear a bullet lipstick, I am just way too lazy half the time to worry about putting on a lip liner. It does, I feel like, help make things look more precise and even. Like my natural lip line isn't symmetrical, so I feel like when I use a lip liner, I'm better able to correct for that. But there's just something about a bullet lipstick that I'm just like, boop, boop, swipe it on, run out the door, that I just like, I don't know, I don't necessarily always think about using lip liner. So one of the lip liners I've been super into recently is the BareMinerals Gen Nude Under Over Lip Liner, and I have the shade Borderline, and I got this for like $8-9 at Sephora. They were like really heavily discounted way back in, I think, February sometime. So I just decided to pick it up. I had seen some really good reviews of this, and it's a traditional wooden pencil that you do have to sharpen, but you can therefore get it to a really nice point. And this color is just like the most pretty beigey pinky nude tone. It's not too cool, which I really like. I have a hard time, I feel like, finding lip liners that are nude that aren't like really cool and mauvey, because I have more warm undertones to my skin. I tend to like warmer lip colors. So this, perfection. So I'm just gonna go ahead, line my lips. And I do usually also fill them in completely. So once I have my entire lip color on, which again, isn't that just like such a pretty nude? So then I go in with my gloss. Now there are a couple I've been like really into lately. I've been wearing my Persona Peach Gloss a lot. That one is just, oh, it's so nice. And I feel like my lips do not get chapped at all when I wear that gloss. Like I've just notice, like at the end of the day when I'm taking my makeup off, sometimes with some glosses, like my lips start to peel a little bit for whatever reason, but not at all with that Persona gloss. It's awesome. And the other one, which is what I'm going to use today, that I'm really into, is the Pat McGrath Lust Lip Gloss formula. I've been rotating between this shade, which is Flesh Fantasy, and Bronze Temptation. Oh, both of them so stunning. You can get the set of these little minis for I think $25 on the Sephora website. Such a good deal, to be honest. You get more product in the 3 minis than you do in one full-size lip gloss that retails for $28. So you're getting more product for less money, and you get to try 3 different shades, and all of them are beautiful. I think it's the Skin Show Nudes is the one that I have. I'll have it linked in the description box. And this Pat McGrath lip gloss formula is, it's divine. It's so creamy. It smells like baked goods. It's absolutely delicious. And it's just like, it's not sticky at all. It feels just plush and like super luxurious. It's an experience. I really like it a lot. So yeah, that is my current makeup routine. These are the techniques I've been really loving. Some days if I'm feeling extra bougie, I'll go in with some setting spray, lock everything down. I think I might actually do that today because it is so nice, and I'm probably gonna be outside. I need to go to Home Depot, get some new filters for my furnace. I might buy some plants, all while masking myself, of course. All right, perfect. We are locked in. We are ready to go. Let me take the ears off, fix the hair situation, zoom you guys out, and we'll wrap things up. All right, you guys. So that is it for today's video. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I hope you enjoyed seeing all of my latest little tips, hacks, favorite products and things that I've been doing. Honestly, if I had not been talking to you, I'm pretty sure I could have done this entire look in maybe 15 minutes. The other day I did a very similar look before work, and I timed myself. It took maybe about 12 minutes for me to do the whole thing, because honestly, you save some time by not doing the steps of foundation and highlight, primer, all that. And these brushes, I feel like, blend product out so quickly that it just saves you a bunch of time. So if you have been kind of struggling with doing the whole full face of glam while you're stuck at home, maybe some of these tips and tricks will inspire you to like switch things up a bit, slim things down, because I feel like you can still get like a really pretty look. Like, I feel like this looks like I tried really hard, but I didn't. It really wasn't that bad. And I feel like in person, my skin looks really nice. I think there's a benefit to definitely using less product on your face because it just looks more natural. So yeah, anyway, I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe. If you enjoyed the video, I hope you will consider giving it a thumbs up. And if you're new and you would like to see me again, I hope you will consider clicking that subscribe button before you go. I would love to have you join our little family here. I hope I will have more content coming for you very, very soon. I'm sorry I've been uploading so sporadically, but again, I'm human. I work full-time in addition to doing YouTube. I've been working remotely from home and also doing all of the cooking and the cleaning and the grocery shopping, so it's been a lot. Anyway, I'm sending all of my love to you guys. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.